All right, so I'm going to get started, but I'm going to open up with prayer first. And then we can go ahead and go into the pampering session. I'm sorry, the training first, and then we'll do the pampering session. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to give you thanks for the opportunity um, to come before you, for us to use this opportunity to bless other women, to pamper them, to help them to make them feel special. Also, dear God, we pray for the consultants, God, that they will take the training and take it and run with it and use this as an opportunity to grow and expand in their business. Dear God, we ask that you continue to bless each and every one of our efforts, oh God, and we take away self and any selfish desires that we may have, and focus so much on empowering and uplifting others. All these things we ask through your Son Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, so I am super excited because tonight, I don't know if you guys have heard what's going on. We have we have a release, but before I even get into the new release that I'm so excited about, I just wanted to do some celebrations. And the first person I wanted to celebrate all our achievers for this month. So we had some of our ladies that were already Powered Up Pink achievers. So I wanted to make sure that you guys are celebrated as well. So Natalia is one of our Powered Up Pink achievers. I know that I posted it already in the chat, but I just wanted to celebrate her tonight. Yay! And I'm also a Powered Up Pink achiever. And what that means, when you're Powered Up Pink, it means that you have invested, you're ready to work your business, or you have worked your business and you need to supply your customers. So it means that you always have something on your shelf. You cannot sell from an empty store. That's pretty much it. And what I love is that Mary Kay gives you the opportunity that when you Power Up Pink, if you do that consistently, you become a star. And guess what? Stars earn cars. And stars also, you get fun prizes. You can save up your points. You can use it for trips. Or, I've used it for MK Connections, where if you want to use it to invest or expand your business, you can also use it for that. So I'm super excited about our Powered Up Pink. And we still have 2 more days, not counting today. We have 2 more days in which to achieve Powered Up Pink. So I am super excited about achieving that Powered Up Pink as well. And so the next person that I wanted to congratulate on, let me see if I can find it. I wanted to congratulate Amy. Oh yeah, here she is. Let me just do a share screen. You can also use it for that. So I'm super excited about our Powered Up Pink. And we still have 2 more days, not counting today. We have 2 more days. All right, so I just muted that. All right, so let me see. I'm trying to do my screen share. Why is this doing this? Okay, you should be able to see that now. Let me stop share really quick. So, hi, Ty.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
All right. So I just wanted to do a quick congratulations to Amy. She achieved her second bundle. And I love that because she not only did she achieve the first one, she achieved the second one. And the smart thing about Great Start Achiever is that you're making 100% profit. So Mary Kay is literally gifting you to work your business as a new consultant. And that's what I like about Mary Kay is that you get all these perks, you get all these prizes. And so congratulations, Amy. Congratulations, Natalia. Ty, you are a Powered Up Pink achiever as well. So congratulations. I saw that. I'm so excited. Great way to get it done early, especially in time for Mother's Day. And so I just wanted to do that celebration and give you guys an opportunity. If we have any wins that you'd like to share, I'm going to give you that opportunity to share that win, Ty. And then we're going to do our training about our new release. I'm so excited.
Well, my win and my order went in because of the new release. I sent out a message to my customers. In fact, people I haven't spoke to or who haven't ordered from me in a long time. And they just, I don't have time right now. Well, I sent them new product alert. And then I put the little spiel that was shared on Voxer. And they're going, I want And then they're forwarding to their friends. They go, I want. So it's like, well, let me submit my order because I want these ladies to have it so I can get more customers and be ready for next month.
Exciting. And I had a couple people that they saw the pictures and they couldn't believe the difference. I mean, I'm just excited. So I am excited to do the training about that. And just to kind of mention that it's not magic. It might look like it's magic, but it's actually science. But and so this is one way, like Ty was mentioning, that you can continue to expand, reach out to people that maybe they haven't ordered, or maybe that is what they're looking for, because they like, remember, we live in an instant society. And so when you can give somebody something that literally works in minutes, it tells you, put it on, we're going to go over that, and don't wrinkle or do any facial expressions for about 3 minutes. And then you can still put on your makeup over that in 15 minutes later. But what I like about it is like you see the results instantly, and people want that, versus sometimes maybe if they have the patch on, they'll say, oh, I don't have time. This one is like you see it right away. And so this is what I'm going to show you. This is what the samples look like. I already gave some out, as you can see. So the samples, and I like the fact that they have samples. And it's one of those that you give the sample, you better have the product ready for the person to take home, because it works instantly. It's not that, oh, let me wait to order. It shows the results right away. So you got to have it on hand. So that would be my strategy, that you would want to make sure you have it on hand. And it's called Instant Puffiness Reducer. It comes in a box like this. So I'm excited about that. And you don't need a lot. The amount that it recommends, it's literally, like a pea size amount. I'm sorry, not pea size, rice grain.
Yeah.
Rice grain size. So think about the size of a rice grain that's tiny. So you literally just take it out, and I'll show you what the tip. And look, the tip is just like that. So it's easy to put the rice grain size. And we'll go over the use. I mean, Instant Puffiness Reducer, seriously, I mean, you can't go wrong with it. Cannot go wrong. All right. And so the description, let me see if I can let me share my screen. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen so you can see it a little up close. All right, there it is. And I do have another picture that's a little bit better. But magic, no. Science, yes. And it does go into explanation as to what is actually used to make the appearance, or actually reduce that puffiness that's there. And they actually did research on this. And I know Mary Kay is not going to put something out that they cannot stand by. And so we're going to talk about how to use it, when to use it, what the cost is. I mean, if you're using a pea size amount, I can imagine this is going to last a long time. And so why would somebody want an instant puffiness reducer? All right, it says for a special occasion. So say you're going to your high school reunion, or maybe say you were up a long night. Like if you have, it's like mom's day is coming up. So say you have a young one, and they've been up all night, or you had a late night out, didn't get much sleep, or you suffer from under eye puffiness anyway, this would be one of the tools that you can use. It addresses the look of tiredness and under eye puffiness. And also I read about it where it also minimizes the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And this is an addition to your skincare. Welcome, Rose. An addition to your skincare routine.
Hi, Kanisha. Hi, everyone.
Hey. I'm super excited. We're talking about the Instant Puffiness Reducer.
Yeah, that's going to be my new favorite.
Listen, my team already ordered 2. I have a couple people. I think I probably have like 5 orders already, and my goal is 50, because I'm gonna aim for the moon, and if I miss, I'll land amongst the stars, right? So I'm excited about it. And the nice thing I was mentioning is you use a rice grain. I initially said pea size, but no. Rice grain size per eye. So that's going to last you for a long time, ladies. So how is it used? It's after you wash your face, right? So you're going to cleanse your face. with your favorite MK cleanser, right? Hopefully you're using MK cleanser because we have some of the most amazing cleanser for your skin type. And then once you do that, you're gonna take a pea-sized amount and you're gonna lightly, so you see like this guy, even guys can use it, lightly pat a thin layer to the under eye area. Now, once you do that, you're gonna leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes. So that means no facial expression. So you gotta give it 2 to 3 minutes for it to dry before you do any facial expressions, right? And then give it 15 minutes to see the full effect. So imagine you put something on like this and 6 hours later, your bags be gone. That is amazing. 6 hours later, your bags are gone for 6 hours. So this is, first of all, this is without makeup. So you wash your face, you put on a rice grain size. I still can't believe it's rice grain. I keep saying pea size. Rice grain size amount. You apply it under your eye, right? For the area that you have puffiness, lightly. And leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes without facial expressions. And then full effect will take place after 15 minutes. So it also says if you decide you want to put makeup over it, it's after 15 minutes that you want to apply makeup and you want to do it lightly. You don't want to be aggressive. Now, once you're done with the instant puffiness reducer, then you want to use my good old favorite to remove it, the oil-free eye makeup remover. Now, because I'm doing makeup tonight, I'm not going to demo, and I used this early. I'm not going to demo it, but I'm telling you, the nice thing, what I love, Mary Kay came out with the samples. If you signed up with PCP, that's why I'm so glad I did PCP. The company is mailing these to your customers for you. And I had a lady that she always suffered with puffiness under the eyes. And the minute I sent this to her, she's like, yes, I want one. Because I think there was one time, there was somewhere, I don't know where she went, they put it on her and she said it disappeared right away. So my assumption, it was something very similar to what we have now. All right, here's a picture. Take a look. Can you guys? No, that's not what I want to show you. This one. Look at, this was a dramatic picture. Can you guys see it with the lady? Okay, so look at this lady. Look at the puffiness that's already there, and look at the difference. Now, they also mentioned that when you use the instant puffiness reducer, do not use the eye cream that same time. So what you can do, you can alternate. So say in the morning, you put on the instant puffiness reducer, then in the evening, you want to use your eye cream, right? Any questions about the instant? What does it cost? Any questions so far?
No, that's great. I mean, so it's a grain size per eye.
Grain size per eye. And somebody, you know what? A lady asked me the size. I wasn't sure. It's actually 0.35 ounces. So let me stop share. So if you're using rice grain, I mean, this is going to last a long time. And the cost is $35, which for rice grain size, we're going to last you for a long time. It's a nothing. It's a nothing. So ladies, I would take this and run with it. Include it. Any of your people that are already on the skincare, include this in or something, anything you're selling them, Mary Kay, include a sample of this, or you can have them host something for you and you can put that in a cute little basket and tell them when they send you the guest list in 24, 48 hours, you give it to them for free. So that's what, $15, $16, $17.50 that you're giving somebody to have a host a party for you. That's a win-win. So you cannot beat that deal. The other thing I wanted to share, and the other thing, I follow Mary Kay in other countries. This was actually released, I believe, in Mexico or Canada before it was released here. And so I saw like where people were talking about and how great it was. But it said that 96% of the panelists showed an instantly visible reduction in puffiness by nearly 27%. So pretty much, I'm going to say most people that tried it did see a difference, and it reduced it by nearly 27%. It also talks about instantly smooths the look of skin under the eyes. It temporarily delivers a more toned and lifted look, and it instantly reduces the appearance of lines, wrinkles, and crepiness. So I would order, or even this can be used as a gift. If there's somebody that you know that could use this, I would definitely talk about giving this to them. Events, because it works right away, I would put it on people at events. Because this person that went to the, that was in the mall somewhere, I don't know where she went, she said they put it on her and right away it reduced the puffiness. So this is something that I would have people try. Probably get one. It might be cheaper for you to just get one and use that and have people try it. Like you squeeze a little bit versus opening one every time to try it on one person, unless you're giving this to them. But if you're at events, have them try it right away. Have them try it. Have one of these. I know they have these on MK Connections, or I'm sorry, MK In Touch. So you should be able to get some of these cards and probably have it displayed where it shows, like, I would print out one of these pictures. I would print out one of these pictures and put it right next to it. I mean, seriously, that is a great tool that you guys can use. All right, any questions about the instant? And there's more that they're probably going to release as well. Any questions? And don't wait for it to sell off, guys. Ty, do you know if they said it was a limited edition?
Was just wondering that they do. I'm thinking because they have the samples, maybe it won't be. But I know one of the people who ordered it's not normally a customer of mine. She said to have the puffiness done at a resort that we were at in California was $300.
Wow. So that's something you can definitely use to compare and say, listen, if you're doing something like this at a spa, they're going to charge you $300 and you're getting it for $35 and you're only using a pea size. I mean, that's a win-win. Awesome. Yes. All right. Any questions, thoughts, or comments? So, Ty, how about we role play a little bit?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you some scenarios. So I am a current customer. I use the eye cream and I'm on the skincare line. So you reach out, how would you contact me, or how would you reach out to me in regards to trying the new instant puffiness reducer? Like what script would you use?
I would use script that, I'm trying to do it from memory now, that we have a new product out and I just want you to be one of the first to know. It's just being released. It's the Instant Eye Puffiness Reducer. And it's similar to what is on the TV that you see, where it just automatically, after 15 minutes, it's gone, but you start seeing signs of it being reduced. And I would love to get one to you. In fact, and if she says yes, I say, well, in fact, if you have a couple of friends, when I deliver it to you there, I will give you the product for free as a gift for hosting it, because I would love to demonstrate with you how to use it to make sure you're using it properly.
Awesome. That was good, Ty. That was very good. Awesome. All right. So that was scenario number one. Ty, that was very good. Rose gave you a round of applause. I'm going to give you a round of applause. And Ty has some experience. So nice. Good job, Ty. So this person is in your contacts. And when I have people that are MK leads, I usually put MK lead. So never bought anything Mary Kay from you. And so what would be a script that you can use? So I can actually try that one. And then if you have something else, then we can definitely give that a try. All right. So this would be my text message, or I will call the person. So I include not only the text, but I also include a picture, right? So I'm going to use one of my current clients that I have as an example. And she's a lead, but she's not on anything right now. Hey, Denise. How are you? Oh my goodness, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I hope you are doing amazing. I wanted to share some exciting news with you. I'm actually right now in a challenge, and one of our latest releases, it's almost like magic, but without the wand. And what we have one of our latest releases. It's an instant puffiness reducer. I know right now you're not using any MK products, but I would love for you to give this a try and give me your opinion. It's only $35 for you to try, and then you can give me your feedback. Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to give it a try? Or I would say I would greatly appreciate if you can try it and give me your feedback. So that's what I would message them. I mean, I would kind of fluff it up a little bit. And then and the last thing I would say, how many would you like? Because also, what if they want to give it to somebody else? Because the person I asked, she said, let me take 2. So don't assume that they're going to just want 1, because what if they have a sister or friend that they know suffers from it, or maybe they're conscious about it? That is a nice gift to give to someone. All right, Ty, how would you approach that one?
I would send them a text, first of all, because I would send them the picture of the before and after of using it, and send them that we have a new product with Mary Kay, and the information that this is an instant eye puffer, and I just want you to be aware. So I would love to let's see, this is an instant eye puffer, and it's just being released. And so I would send that to her, but then I will call her a few minutes later. And when she answers, I would tell her that, hi, did you happen to, this is Ty from Mary Kay. I met you at the Madison event, and I had just sent you a picture. Did you get it? And she'll say yes. And it's like, this is our new product, just released, instant eye puffer. And I know that you are a future bride, and I thought of you immediately and thought you might really enjoy this. So I would like to know if you're interested, and maybe we can get together and go over. I will give you the samples. I will go over it with you. And of course, it does involve our skincare routine, because you do need to clean your face before applying the product. And if that's okay with you, can I come by and see you Tuesday morning?
Awesome. And you know what? It is a great way. And I like what you did with that, Ty. You use that as an opportunity to get back in front of the person, to get in front of her, not back, in front of her. So this is somebody now that is trying the skincare and also trying the instant eye puffer, which is great. But definitely, ladies, take this and run with it. Use this as an opportunity to get bookings at parties, to get pampering sessions. It's a great way to get sales. Like, I actually called somebody today because I know she was getting therapy somewhere. I called her to check on her, and she says, oh, I've been meaning to call you. I need 2 creams, day cream and a night cream. And this is a repair line. So that's $104 or $100 and something dollars. It's a little bit more now. That just for a call to check on somebody. I really didn't call to make a sale, but you're taking a special interest in the person. And I like that, because sometimes when I've had new releases, I'll message and say, hey, I just wanted to let you know that this is a new release, fresh off the press. And I know that you've always been concerned about blank. Like, if I know somebody loves perfume and they have a new perfume, I will text it to them and said, hey, I know you love perfume, girl, and I thought about you. This was one of our new releases. And they love that. They love that special interest that you take in them. What about interviews? I mean, it's up to you. You work your business the way you want to. You can even offer somebody buy one, get one half off. I mean, that's totally up to you. If you say you want to hit your 30 goal in 3 days, you could say buy one, get one half off. So you can take one for yourself, give one to a friend, or you could get one for you, both of them for you. What else can you do? What are some things that you can do to help promote yourself, especially Mother's Day is coming up. Mother's Day is a big deal. And so I know we're not going to have a lot of time for other trainings, but especially people are so busy now, you have to be able to manage your time wisely. So that phone call that I made to check on the person, it wasn't a wasted phone call, because one, I care about her. I did call to check on her. And so because of that, she placed an order. So that is what's called an IPA. These are income producing activities. And so each day you want to be, when you have a business, Rose, like Rose has a business, I know she's doing IPAs every day. Labeling your products is not an IPA. So what do? I delegate that, right? I delegate it because when somebody runs out of a product, that's customer service. It runs out. They should have your information right there on the item to call you. So sitting down, labeling your product should be done after 9, or you can delegate. If you have kids, they probably thinks it's stickers. You can have them do that for you. Another IPA, sending text out, promoting this. That's an IPA. Waking up early, being efficient, 5 a.m. club. That's an IPA. Yes, Rose?
What's an IPA, Kanisha? What's that?
Good question.
Yay.
It's called an income producing activity.
Okay.
It's called income producing activity. And
okay.
what it also mentioned is do the rest while you watch TV. So like, say you just want to put some labels on some of your products that came in, do that after 9. After 9, you say, okay, that's when I'm shutting down work. I'm not doing anything like calling people after 9. So that's when you put the labels on, so it doesn't take up your time. Another IPA is guest at meetings. So I invited some people to tonight's meeting. So that's an IPA. So it's an income producing activity. So like Rose, this person that I referred to you with the whole insurance, the minute you call her, that's an IPA. So it's an income producing activity. So that means that call could lead up to a future sale.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And remember, I mentioned learn to delegate when you need to, learn to delegate to your kids when you need to. Washing the toilet is not an IPA. I'm so sorry. I wish I could say that. Cleaning the house is not an IPA. So if you got to delegate that, that's what I want to delegate, and say, you know what, say you don't have the income to do that, that should be your motivation to go make some more money so you can bless somebody else, right? So if it means that you're going to make a $50 or $100 just to pay somebody to clean your house every couple of weeks, that's perfectly fine. But me doing it has not brought me an income yet. What I like about this time management, make 30 minutes count. Make 30 minutes count. I remembered when I used to drive from one clinic to the next, 30 minutes, I built my team in those 30 minutes. I called customers in those 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, what can you do in 30 minutes? What are some things you could do with Ty? What are some things that you could do in 30 minutes?
Oh my goodness. I could send a text message out. I could follow up with a client. I could actually check my inventory. If I'm like, someone's coming and I have to be ready to go in a few minutes or whatever, to go to a party, it's like, wait a minute, let me check the products that I have. So this way it's like, okay, let's start entering in my my orders. So this way I have an order started. Getting let's see, following up on a lead that I have for an event. So there's so many things that you're sitting there, like you're waiting to pick up your kids or something, and you're sitting there and it's like, oh, wait a minute, I could be, and I found myself doing that lately. It's like, oh, all right, let me take care of this. And it's like, and that's where I actually placed an order, that I just submitted, for this month. And it's like, oh, well, let me finish up. I know I want these products, and that made me over the amount I needed. So it's like, send. So
yeah, there's no reason to delay. Absolutely. And so you got to make, like Ty said, make those 30 minutes count. So I actually have done phone interviews on my lunch break. I've done, because my consultants would say, hey, how much time do you have? And I say, okay, 12 o'clock. And so I used to get 30 minutes. Now I get an hour. So really that time I spend to do orientation, that time. And so that's an IPA. When I'm doing, as a director, I'm doing an orientation, that is considered an IPA. Training, anything like that with your director. I've helped consultants do their orientation in that 30 minutes. I've made calls to clients, to potential, to do invites, like send invites out in those 30 minutes. And I usually have that time, like I go and I sit in my car. So I don't use my lunchtime to sit and chat with people. I use it to network. And if there's something that I have to do with my schedule, I make that time count. Use your car time. That was another thing during my days when I was in DIQ. I did use my car time, but what I would say is for something like that, you got to plan ahead of time. So like, say you know that you want to make some calls to some clients, literally have the name of the person and the phone number next to it. Even though you have the number in your phone, write it out. Do your 6 most important list, because you don't want to spend that car time looking for the number when you can just have it written down the night before. So that's part of your time management to plan. This is something I have to work on. I still do. I'm not perfect. Be organized. Clutter creates anxiety. And so like Ty was saying, be organized for your parties. So I'm going to give you a secret and then have your office organized. I remember when I was in DIQ, I was like, oh my gosh, there was a point that I was so disappointed because somebody canceled on me. And I used the time and I organized my office and my head got clearer and I was able to just push through. So if you need to get organized, now don't spend the whole month trying to get organized. You could set aside some hours and say, okay, this is the time I'm going to take away any clutter. I'm going to get organized so that I can think clearly. And Rose says, Rose is in agreement. Yes, that is so true. Weekly plan sheet. When you're busy, like this week, I am crazy busy. When you have a weekly plan sheet, you literally can put everything on that, your time. I mean, you guys have heard me say this again, but it is important. Life is getting busier and busier. And so you can spend a whole day thinking you're busy in your head. And when you look, you didn't get to work towards your goal. But when you have a weekly plan sheet and you say, okay, I'm going to wake up at 5. That's my quiet time. Get ready for work. Or quiet time can be a devotion time. Get ready for work. Be in the office or call clients. Have a block for sessions for pampering. You're going to realize that, oh, wait, I have 15 minutes here. I can use this to follow up with some clients. Or nowadays, you can use it to create a post or put a post on Facebook. You know, when I do a lot of my posts, when I'm in the bathroom, my few minutes that I get, you notice, you probably see me posting a lot. I'm not on social media a lot. All I do, I'm intentional. I go there, I post. I don't have time to scroll through people's stuff all the time. I might look, do a comment here, comment there, but I post, and I post that same thing in my other Facebook. I post that same thing in my Instagram. I may post some of it in my stories. So I'll do it boom, 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 boom. I'm not looking for one post to post here, one post to post here. No. But that is part of my IPA because I have gotten orders. That's how I get some of my orders, from my posts, from my WhatsApp status, from my stories. I've had clients order from that. So now to me, that's an IPA. Now, if you go on social media and you start getting busy scrolling in people's stuff and reading this and reading that, and now it's 2 hours later, that is the big problem. You get in, you do your thing, and get out. All right. Monthly accomplishment sheet. So I know A+ is something you guys are working on. The best way to grow your business is really to do A+, which means A+ is seeing 15 faces. That's super easy. That's for somebody who's just doing this as a hobby. The next one, A+ Elite, is 30 faces. So you're seeing 30 faces a month, 6 interviews, and doing a $600 order. And then A+ Super Achiever is seeing 50 faces a month. And so if you're doing one of these, you're bound to see your business grow. If you want to get in Red Jacket, car, directorship, then I would do the second level, which is A+ Elite or Super Achiever. Do not just do A+, because 15 faces, you could do that in one Zoom call. That's super easy nowadays. Any questions about some of the IPAs we went over? All right. So I know that you have a weekly plan sheet, but what is your Mary Kay week? So what does your week look like in regards to where you can work your business? Now, say you're somebody who has a busy schedule, you got to pick the hours and say, okay, I'm going to commit this amount of hours to my Mary Kay business. So say, for example, all you do is come onto the meetings and you only have 2 hours to submit. Or say you only have 30 minutes, people may be busy. Say all you have is 30 minutes, one day, 30 minutes, another day. Guess what? Make those 30 minutes count. What about 10-hour week? What if you're working your business for 10 hours? So when I say 10-hour week, imagine if you are a part-time ask you to work your business more than 10 hours. Trust me, if you're a part-time worker or employee, they're asking you to work 20 to 25 hours. But what if you can commit and say, you know what, 10-hour week, power hour, that's a total of 6 hours. So say for 1 hour each night, you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Say you do this consistently for 6 days and say Sunday you take a break. You don't do anything Mary Kay. How would your business grow? I mean, 1 hour. And I did that during DIQ. I called, even on Sundays, I think I was like pushing. I saw my business grow. I met new people. Now I have a huge network of people that we've connected because of these calls. So 6 hours, power hour, and 2 hours facial, and 2 hour your meetings. And that's not even that much because we don't even spend that much time doing the meetings anymore because everything is virtual. Nobody wants to meet in person to do meetings. But that's your 10-hour week. 6 hours, power hour, you making the calls. 2 hours for your party and facial, and then 2 hours your meeting time on training time. And with us, you can bring the party to the meeting. So after we're done at 8:30, we're going to be doing a glamour makeover. You can bring the person on and make your time, like use your time wisely. And so if this is the only time you work your business, you can work it and you'll see where your business will go from here. Do it for 90 days. I think I posted something like, I dare you to do it for 90 days, consistently 90 days, and you will see your business expand. All right. What would your power hour? So you say, you know what, Kenisha, I'm going to do my power hour religiously. What would that look like? Your power hour is going to include your booking. So you're going to call and book the person. Your coaching. So that means that you can call and coach the hostess as to what it includes. It could include, the power hour could include selling, inviting guests to meetings. That's part of your power hour. And recruiting or team building. So if you're using that power hour to interviews, that is part of your power hour as well. Make it count. So power hour, you can book, you can coach, you can sell, recruit in that time frame. Any questions about IPAs? All right. So what I like about this, it's called Moms Team Players, and I think it's relevant, especially now with Mother's Day coming up. And it's something that you can have your kids help with. Like, you can have your kids like maybe put the stars on here, and when it's filled out, you can have like a prize, So the first one, it says, I help mom to put labels on products, right? So these are just some ideas that you can delegate, and you can give them like little rewards. I help mom to stamp her Mary Kay lookbooks. The lookbooks, the catalog, you can have them stamp the back. I help mom to unpack product and put in on shelves. Right? Those are things you can, and I have my son telling people, he's telling everybody, mommy's going to earn her pink Cadillac. Told someone my mom is an MK consultant today. So Rose, you can utilize your kid to market for you. Help mom load car for a class. So, like when you're packing, like I have a couple of stuff coming up this weekend, you can have them help you pack your car. So speaking of packing your car, what I do If I'm doing a glamour, I have a bag that I keep packed at all times. When I come, I wash the brushes. If there's anything I pulled out, I repack, and then I keep it like that. So when somebody says I'm doing a facial, I want a facial, I could grab that bag and go. And so you don't have to spend all that time repacking. So time management. I help mom put sample bags together. So do you already have sample bags put together? I don't have any right now, but I have to do some for this weekend. But I always had sample bags put together with my card, a piece of candy, and of course that sample in there. I help mom clean mom's MK mirrors. So if you guys are still doing that, but if you can let your kids help you clean up. So that's something you don't have to spend time doing, right? Remember, Ty, we used to clean those at the meetings. I help mom answer the phone the correct way, like mom taught me to. So that's a good one. And I can imagine.
Oh, I like that one. Wow.
Yeah. So answer the phone the correct way, like mom taught me to. So you can coach your kids to, if you have, say you have another phone and you're on one call and they answer and they can take a message. Hi, this is Rose's assistant. How may I, whatever that verbiage is, how may I assist you? Can I take a message? That way you're not going to have a missed call again. I help mom, did not interrupt mom while she was on the phone. So that's a good one. I like that one because my kids, when sometimes I'm doing I can hear them screaming, ah! So that would be, imagine they do that. You give them a star and then they get a reward at the end. And this has from 1 to 30. So that would be in a month. So say you do this in a month's time, right? So these are ways that you can help to manage your time and get the kids on board. I helped mom completed my assignment today. My mom sold $25 or more today, I get a star. So imagine if your kids are depending on you to get them a star so they could get the reward. That's going to force you to go out and say, you know what, let me send some messages out to some people in regards to this new item that just came out. How are we on time? Oh, it's time. Last one. Total stars for the day. So day 1, how many stars did I get today? And then you put that at the bottom. So this is pretty cool. So day 2, what did they help you with? Day 3, and it comes in the column, day 4 all the way to day 30. And then at the end, how many stars did they get total? And you give them a nice reward for that. So these are all part of time management and how you can use this to expand and grow your business. All right. So at this time, let me just reach a couple of my people that, if you have anyone that's, let me grab my water in the meantime, ladies, and we are going to do our Mother's Day pampering. Anybody who is going to be doing their pampering at the same time? All righty. So one of the things, ladies, that I'm getting to do as well is somebody, they were asking me about, they work in a funeral home and they were asking about foundations and makeup for the people. And they used to use Mary Kay back in the day. So I'm excited about partnering up with this particular funeral home to start having them use, and hopefully the chain, I'm proclaiming that they'll start using Mary Kay in all the funeral homes and do the makeup for them, right? For the dead. Because you want your loved one to look good when they're in that casket. So anyway, I'm super excited about that.
That's great.
Yes. So anyway, I did order the sample. They wanted samples and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to
wow,
nice together. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to see what happens. All right. So I am I'm super excited. And all right, at least this is streaming. So if there's anybody that you wanted to come on here and they are not here, at least you can invite them on. All right. So I did wash my face today, you guys. I did wash with my cleanser. I'll just show you real quick. I'm not going to do it tonight. I did wash them with my cleanser, and I did put the day cream on. The only thing I did not use yet was the mattifier. And I know that I have mentioned the mattifier before. I don't know if you guys started using it yet, but it is amazing. All right, so I did clean my face. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime, I'm gonna put on my primer first. So, and watch, you know what? I did put moisturizer on. So if you notice, I have like a nice glow. So I'm gonna put on my primer so you can see what the primer looks like. So remember, I did clean my face. I'm gonna probably quickly do my eyebrows because I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I want to make sure that we do the eyes tonight. So this is what the primer looks like. I'm gonna use a little bit. A little goes a long way. The other option is you can put it on a brush and you can apply it all over your face. And what I like about the primer is that it is it's silicone based, so it really feels nice and smooth. Welcome, Tejan. It feels nice and smooth. And also, it has SPF in there, so it's SPF 15. All right, so we're glamming up the mamas for Mother's Day. A lot of times, mamas forget about themselves. They're so focused on the kids, and so they neglect to pamper themselves. And that is the hope, is that we will take the time to pamper ourselves. And so I did clean my eyes with the oil-free eye makeup remover. And what I like about this, it has protein in there to nourish your lashes. So there's some stuff I'm going to speed through because I want to get to the good stuff, the juicy stuff. I did clean my eyes with this, and I did use my micellar water. So oil-free eye makeup remover and micellar water. And guests that are on, please include your name in the chat because I am going to do a drawing with your name. And so if you are a guest, just put your name in the chat and who invited you, and that way we can recognize you. All right, my next go-to is my mattifier. Why do I like the mattifier? Because one, it's amazing. But if you tend to have, say at the end of the day, you have oily skin, the mattifier is amazing to give you that long-lasting look. And by the way, guests that just hopped on, and so I'm putting the mattifier over my my foundation, my primer. So I'm putting it in the areas where I tend to get oily. So I usually do it on my forehead, my nose, and then my chin, right? So this is the oil mattifier, and a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. Look at how my skin already, see how it's already matte, getting that matte look. Look at that. This is amazing, and it lasts a long time. You don't need a lot. So two things I just use the primer and use the mattifier. All right. Now, once I do that, what I'm going to show you, I'm not going to spend a whole ton of time on brows because I've done classes with that. I want to just give you like a mom makeover and some of the tools that I use when I'm doing a makeover. And so that tends to take a little bit of time. And obviously, if you take more time to do the stuff, you're going to see the difference, right? So I have, and by the way, Mary Kay has brushes. Let me just share my screen really quick so you can see. And if you want to, here, these are the brushes. So you get better results, obviously, when you use the brushes. The brushes some of them are smaller, some are bigger. And so if you need to get into smaller spaces for blending, they're amazing for that. So if you don't have brushes, oops, sorry. This is part of what I showed earlier, the instant puffiness reducer. So it's probably something, if you're doing somebody's makeup, that you can have on hand to use, put on so that you can get rid of any puffiness right away. So if you want that instant result, then you can use that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my spool really quickly. And I'm not spending a lot of time on brows. And I don't have much. This is from years of shaving it when I was back home in Jamaica. We used to shave, and the thinner, the better. Not good. Anyway, you do have a couple options that you can do with your brows. So one of the things you can do is the Mary Kay brow pencil. It's called Dark Brunette. And I also like the brow tint. So if you want to add like a little color, whether you want it light or darker, then you can do that as well. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time. So I'm just going to kind of quickly speed through this. And I can do that because I've done this many a times. So what I'll do is I'm just going to, and if you're not sure, you can also use your nasal area to put like a fake dot, and then you can just go ahead and fill that in. So I'm just going to quickly draw that line, and we're going to call it filling, you know, kind of filling, you know, when kids are coloring. So that's my line. You probably can see it. And then I'm going to use some upward strokes. Upward, 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 upward. Not a lot of time on this, not a lot of time. So, because we're really here. So you see the difference so far? And then what I can do is I can follow up with either my espresso powder and or my brow tint, or you can do both. So I'll show you with the espresso what I do. So this is, again, the pencil with the spool. It has like the brush portion that is contoured enough, small enough to fix your eyebrows. And then again, I'm using the espresso and I'm doing upward strokes. So like Ty may not want her brows that dark. So in her case, she might want to use a lighter color. So she might want to use, there's a lighter color that she can use. But if not, if she just wants to use the pencil and the brow tint, that is perfectly fine. Either one. See that? Look at the difference here. Now, here is the secret. Here's what you want to do. When you are, after you do your brows, clean it up. If you make a mistake, clean your brows. And don't be afraid if you make a mistake. That is the trick. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. I'm going to do the other side really quick because I don't want to look too crazy after I'm done. Again, I'm not going into detail, so don't say Kenisha is going too fast. She didn't show me. Listen, go on my YouTube channel. There's my, I've done one where I did brows alone. Brow night. Go on there, learn how to do your brows. I will use that for another night. I just want to use tonight to just do glamour so that people can see a full makeup. All right, and again, I think I need a little bit more on here. And this lasts a long time, long time. So ladies, while I'm doing this, you could just put it in the chat. Mary Kay, how long has Mary Kay been around? How long has Mary Kay, the company, been around? Did it start yesterday? How long has Mary Kay, the company, been around? Now, while you guys are contemplating that response, I'm going to use, so my skin tone, I'm going to tell you some of the colors I use as concealer. So I use deep beige. There are 3 colors that I use. I use deep beige, I use a light bronze, and I do have deep bronze. So just the FYI. So right now you can use deep beige to clean your brows up. So I'm going to do that really quick. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this because this does take time. And I'm going to use one of my same, I have another brush that I use, but it's also contoured for the brows. And I get in as close as possible and you clean it up. You clean up the brows so that it gives it more tension. If you want the square ones, you could do lighter. I mean, that's up to you. You get to have that autonomy when it comes on to makeup. Makeup is an art. So don't look at what I'm doing and say, oh yeah, I have to do it that way. It's just to give you a guide and you can do whatever you want with it. If you want your eyebrows to be arched more, feel free. Don't look at what I'm doing and say, oh yeah, Kenisha showed me that way. And that's the only way. Ty said 58 years. Ty, you are correct. And this year it's actually going to be 59 years that Mary Kay has been around. So look at the difference there. Now, if I wanted it thinner, I would go up more with my concealer. Again, that's totally up to you. And Ty, what color concealer do you use right now? Do you use deep beige, light beige? What is your color?
Well, I use the light beige. I find brings out more because I have a lot of darkness underneath my eyes. But I have a actually it's a ivory, and then I use a light beige. No, a medium beige. It's a medium beige, and then the under eye concealer. So that way I can cover all the areas, and the under eye concealer takes care of all the blues and darkness under my eyes.
And thank you for mentioning the under eye concealer, because I have to tell you, the under eye concealer is my go-to. Now, one of the things I also do, and you can use the deep beige for this, or you can use the, in my case, the light bronze. You can even use this to kind of go over the eyes, and you can blend that in. So that's, again, up to you. You can go ahead and blend that in, and that way it kind of gets your eye more even. And I like using the Mary Kay sponge. This sponge is special. You know how some sponges, it's a blending sponge. It soaks up your foundation, not this one. This one, it's great at absorbing water, but it does not suck up your product. And so you're not stuck spending or putting a lot of your products on an item and now it's lost to that item. You will save a lot when you use the Mary Kay blending sponge. It is incredible. And I do have another one here from another brand to compare. It's nothing like the Mary Kay one, I have to tell you. Ty, you had something to say. Do you use this one or any of the
I use that
ones?
also, and it actually cleans very well. So, you know, because you're supposed to wash your brushes at least once a week. Well, I wash my sponge also. And I mean, oh my goodness, all of the makeup and everything comes out of it, and I can squeeze it. It's clean, and then I'm ready to go again, and no eye irritation, no breakout or anything like that, because my blending sponge is clean. But it does make a difference. Especially with that little point, then you can get into the corners of your eye if need to be. And then the larger part, oh my goodness, it fits your hand so well, and it's easy to use. I never used one before that. So this is great.
It's one of the best. I love it for blending out my concealer. All right. So now what I personally like to do, I like to do my eyes before I do my makeup. Some people like to do the whole makeup thing before. That is up to you. If you want to do your makeup first, your foundation, and then do your makeup, that's up to you. I like to do it because for me, it's less cleanup. And what I have on my finger here, you probably saw me squeezing this out. This is the eye primer. The eye primer helps your eyeshadow to sit on your face. So hang with me here. I might be kind of speeding through something. So once I do my concealer, I'm going to blend the primer. And what I like about the primer is that it doesn't crease, right? That's what I like about the Mary Kay primer. It doesn't crease and it lasts a long time because you don't need a lot. Why do you need primer? Just like painting, you want that eyeshadow to sit on your face. You're doing a client's makeup, or you say you're doing your own makeup. You want that at the end of the day, you want to look like you just put your makeup on. You don't want it to look like it's smudgy and, right? So you want to make sure that you use a primer, just like what I put on my face earlier. I did put my foundation primer. Any questions? And feel free, you guys, when I'm doing my eyeshadow, you can ask me any questions during that time. This is here, we're here to learn. And so it's, even though I'm doing it, we want it to be interactive. So
Tanisha, I just have to say that after using the Mary Kay products, I don't have to carry a makeup bag around and go to the bathroom and touch up my makeup or anything. I carry my lipstick or my lip gloss. That's it, because my makeup is lasting and it doesn't cake. It doesn't, it seriously lasts. It's so worth it.
You are so right, Ty. I used to have makeup to touch up in my bag, and since I've been using Mary Kay, And when these techniques I'm going to show you, you do these, at the end of the day, you can leave work or your office and jump to an event and look like you just had your makeup on. If you skip steps, obviously, you're not going to see the same result. All right. So we're excited to show you guys the makeup for the mamas tonight. Not just mamas. You can do it for yourself too. Make sure you're taking care of you.
Hi, Tanisha. I have a question.
Yes,
So
go
what
ahead,
did you
Rose.
put on top of your eye before you put what was the other thing you put first
Oh,
and
I
second?
did the concealer. So I use the concealer to clean my brows. You can either use the same one to come down and do the eyes, but I did the light bronze instead. So I use deep beige. Yes, I used the concealer to clean my brows. And then I put I could put the same concealer over my eyelid just to even that out.
Okay.
And then once I did that, I put my primer over that. Remember, we got to prime before you paint.
Right. Okay.
Okay. All right. So one of my other colors that you can use, I like using Cinnabar. Cinnabar is a beautiful color. So it looks something like that. So that's the color of Cinnabar. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take my eyeshadow brush. And ladies, if you don't have a brush set, invest in one. It is worth it. Ladies and gents, I should say, invest in one. So I'm just putting the Cinnabar all over my eyelid. You don't have to do Cinnabar. If you want to do a lighter color, you can do that. Look at the difference there, see? So I'm using the Cinnabar as my base.
Would hazelnut work?
Hazelnut,
Is it
yes.
base?
Hi,
Okay.
Amy.
Hi, how are you?
The hazelnut would work. Yes, you are so right.
And I don't use the primer on my eyes, and I still have makeup on from this morning at 8. It's still perfect. Well, I don't know
Yes,
about
because
perfect,
Mary
but-
Kay's Chroma Fusion colors.
and it's crease free.
It's crease free.
It does
correct.
not crease.
That
I
is
even have used today, as a matter of fact, I have the cream that I have, and it does not crease.
yes. The Mary
But,
Kay,
you know.
I mean, not because we sell it, but I know I'm not going to talk about something that doesn't work. It works amazing.
No, it's true though, because I just, it definitely does not crease. And I have other makeup, and I have Mary Kay, of course, and I threw away the other stuff because it just didn't work. Like within an hour, it didn't. My eyes were empty. So
you see, so it's worth it. So you could tell I use my stuff. So this is my palette. I wish I could do like 4 different palettes, but this is what my palette looks like. And so what I'm going to use is tonight. So I did Cinnabar. I'm going to use moss. So moss is actually a beautiful green color. And when you have, depending on the eye color, you can play around, really play around. I say it doesn't matter what your eye color, you can play around with colors. But I like green moss because it is a subtle color. And it's something that if you have brown eyes, it's very subtle. You can use that if you want to use it for smoky eye, you can do that too. So I usually like my sideway V. So that's one of my favorite ones to do because I think that you can easily blend it. So I use my smudger brush to do my V. And then remember that coloring book we talked about? I'm using my eyeshadow brush to blend in. So I'm going to kind of take it up here a little bit, right? And I'm going to show you how you can easily blend it in. Now, when you're blending after you apply your eyeshadow, you probably want to use a different brush, a clean brush. So I go in, not too far in. You want to go maybe close to halfway and dab and press. Dab and press. Now, some of the options you could do is you can wet your brush or you can spray some of this on your brush. Those are all options, right? So you see that eye, look at it so far, not too bad. Again, if you want bolder, apply more eyeshadow. You want bolder, apply more eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Ladies, gents, you can practice on yourself. How did I learn? I practice on myself. So usually I like to close one eyelid. If you're not sure, you can use one of your little brushes to do that, to kind of give you like a nice guide. And you can color, you can do your eyeshadow above that. That way that gives you a guide. So there's my V, my sideway V. And if you ever make a mistake, big deal. You can clean up with your oil-free eye makeup remover, or I like to clean up with my concealer. Okay, again, I'm filling in the blank. So I did my sideway V, filling in the blank. And I like to go a little bit higher up here on my eyes, just a little. And ladies, the first time you do it, it's not going to be perfect, but keep trying and you'll get it. Yeah, Ty says she loved the sideway V. One of the ones I like to use also, Ty, I like to do my, even though I don't have a hooded eye, that's one of my favorite ones to do, the semicircle. So literally you take the brush and you go in with that color. All right, and now my second color, so I clean off my brush. I have a paper towel here that I'm using to clean my brush off. I'm gonna get my smudger brush. I'm sorry, not my smudger, my crease brush. It's my crease brush. And I'm going to use, this is a shiny penny color. This color is beautiful. One of my favorites. Dust off any excess. Dust off, you don't need any excess. And I'm just gonna use my mirror. And I'm going to go in the inner corner of my eye. Moms, ladies, take care of yourself. You're having a bad day, go put on some makeup. You don't need to have somebody tell you that to put your makeup on for you. You can do it yourself so you can look and feel beautiful. You see that there? So now you see how you can see where they meet? Here's what I usually do. I get another brush, which is an eye smudger brush. And then I gently just kind of do a semicircle so it blends nicely together. Just up top, semicircle. So now, do you see the difference there? Great. And then you can just kind of still do your little overlap. Just let it look nice and uniformed. Do you have to use this color? No, you can definitely play around with colors and have your consultant make a palette for you as well. You can have your consultant customize a palette and put some colors together. That way, based on what you're wearing, when you're going out, you can have a variety of colors to use. Any questions? All right. So now, see how this is, smooth? I'm going to do the same thing with this eye. I'm going over it with my smudger brush. And I'm just dabbing, pressing, let it blend nicely together. See that? So I'm just showing you what I personally do. There's nothing written in stone. And so far I use 3 eyeshadows. And last but not least, I am going to use a highlighting color. Some of the popular highlighting colors, you guys, are crystalline, moonstone. Those are some of my favorite highlighting colors. And I'm going to go right under here. And as the word highlight, you want to bring attention to, right? And then you can use the tip of your fingers and just nicely blend, right? You want to blend it in so it blends nicely. You see the difference there? And then the same thing with the other eye. Do it on this side. And after this,
You don't bring it all the way?
I don't, no.
Oh, I just do. Okay.
Yeah. I just do it right under here. See?
What do you do for the rest? It doesn't, then what do you don't have makeup on?
Well, remember, I bring this already is up here.
Yeah.
I go up as far as I can, not all the way up. And
right,
then
but then you have an empty spot.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. All right. And then it's up to you. If you want a more dramatic look, you can apply more if you want. All right, so I just wanted to blend this out a little bit more. So now what do I do once my eyes are done? I actually go in with my, oh yeah, here we go. I do use my lash primer. So if you notice, I'm finishing up my eyes first. I'm finishing up my eyes. I'm going in, doing my lash primer. Again, makes your makeup stay on. I mean, your mascara stay on. And I love the Panorama. If you want more volume, you can use the Ultimate, or you can do the lash intensity. Talk to your consultant. So putting on my mascara, start at the base of my lashes. Unless you want to put on false lashes, you can always do that after. And I do a couple layers. See the difference there? And I do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to kind of race through this part because I want to get to the foundation part. Oh. And what I like about the Panorama, see this tip? You can actually go in and do the separate, it has brushes on the tips. So you can go in and apply your mascara individually to each lash. Look at that, right? All right, so now, if you are somebody that troubles with darkness under the eye, or say you want to just clean up, I love the under eye corrector. I know Mary Kay said, oh, if you're bronze skin tones, you don't have to use it. I use it every day. And so I go underneath my eye, and I actually use a different blending. So I do use this one, and then I use a cheapy one for this because I don't want to mix the two. This one I use for my concealers. This one I do for my under eye corrector because it is a little bit lighter. And so this is a little bit damp. That's okay. And so now I go in and I just quickly blend that in to help one clean up, but also if there's any darkness under the eyes, this can help to correct that. And I heard Ty say earlier, this was one of her favorites to use. So we just go in and blend it. All right, and I'll do the same thing to the other side. Now, I don't do my contouring or anything like that underneath. So I save my concealer for that, right? Underneath, under eye corrector is amazing for that. If somebody has bags under, now we have a new stuff that they just released called the Instant Puffiness Reducer. So if you have somebody that has puffiness under the eyes, it is perfect for that. You can wait a few minutes for it to dry. Wait a few minutes. And so ladies, how often should you wash your brush? How often should you wash your brushes? All right, you can put that in the chat. What I like is that Mary Kay has the brush cleaner, but not only that, it's a disinfectant. So when I have clients that I use brushes on, not only do I disinfect, but after I also go in and I wash those brushes with Dawn soap. So you can use Dawn like at the end of the week, and then you can do it in between with the brush cleaner. All right, stain power. You want, when you're doing makeup, when you're doing foundation, you want that stain power. Using a concealer, if you have spots, like say you have an area that has a spot, you can put your concealer on before you do your foundation. Stain power, kudos to the finishing spray. Kudos, translucent powder. Kudos to my amazing not press powder, silky setting powder that Mary Kay just came out with. So Mary Kay just came out with a silky setting powder that is amazing. All right, so now here's what I'm gonna do. I know Ty says she loves that, the silky setting powder, right? So now usually what I would have done my CC cream underneath. Not doing that tonight for time purposes, but I love using the CC cream. It's a tinted moisturizer, and I like the way my foundation can sit on it. 140 is my color, so I do a couple colors. So I do that on the back of my hand, and I do a little bit of the 160, because darker skin tone, we tend to sometimes have two colors. So if you notice, I have more 140 than 160. So ladies, if you already have your foundation match, you can put that in the chat. If not, we can help you to get your foundation matched. And then I just kind of use the tip of my, like that, and I just blend it together, right? And then I just, any excess, I just can wipe it on my face. All right. The Mary Kay brush is the bomb. Or Lori Hoggs also have amazing brushes, but she works with Mary Kay, so I don't mind. But the Mary Kay brush is amazing. Now, what I usually do, I like to spray, and it's a little bit wet from earlier. I like to spray with my finishing spray, especially if you want longer staying power for your foundation. You're going to be out and about for 8 hours or more, then definitely you want to make sure you're including the primer and the finishing spray. And we're going to start where you need it the most, the cheek area, and you're going to blend. So my blush is a little wet because I used it early. I washed it earlier because I used it. But you can go ahead and nicely blend in your foundation. And you can leave, I would leave this area for last to kind of, you know, let that sit if you need to let it sit longer. And just keep blending. Start at your cheek and blend until you get your desired look. Obviously, if you want more coverage, you're gonna put more foundation. If you want to be want it lightweight, then you're gonna not apply as much. Welcome, Beth. Welcome, Nola. I haven't seen in a while. All right, so I'm blending. Hi, Beth. And there is a color for everybody. So if you tell me, oh, I can't find the right color, guess what? There is a color for you. There's a color for you with Mary Kay. So I'm just gonna keep blending until, honestly, I usually use all my foundation. I don't waste a single drop. It's like liquid gold. Liquid gold. Now, if you want to do your foundation first and your makeup after, that is
You're
totally
using the thing and we can't see how you're applying it. Put it to the side, your mirror. Thank
like
you.
that. Do you see?
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
just I'm using the Mary Kay liquid foundation brush. It is amazing. The reason I say it's amazing, and any of you that have tried it can concur, it doesn't soak up my foundation. You know how sometimes you put it on a brush, put the foundation and you don't see it anymore? It's like you have to put more on your hand. Not the Mary Kay liquid foundation brush. It is, whatever you put on it is what you're gonna get out of it. Everything. It's awesome. All right, let me get my forehead as well. Any questions, you guys? Any questions? Or anything maybe that you usually don't do that you see me doing? This is like the perfect time to ask. All right, so I'm just gonna keep blending until I get that desired look. Okay. All right, so I think it looks pretty decent for now. All right, mamas don't have a lot of time. So here's my secret. If I want to do my makeup, I wake up earlier to do my makeup. Wake up earlier. Have that one day where you pamper yourself, you wake up early and you take that time to say, you know what, I'm going to look fly today. I'm going to put my makeup on. All right. So now one thing that I do once my makeup is done, you can do finishing spray again. But the other thing that I do, I go in and I use my concealer under my eyes, because say I want to do contouring and highlighting, you can do that as well. So I'm just going to quickly do that for you guys. It's another way of cleaning up and also really setting the, I guess, the base for when you do your powder. I don't know if you guys can hear my kids. So this is when I actually get this sponge ready, the blending sponge. Not only do I do that, I also go up here, my forehead. So if you're using say I have two colors, deep beige and light bronze. I can do both of them. I would probably do my deep beige further up and the darker one. So light bronze, it's lighter, it's deeper than is darker than the deep beige. I would go further down with that. But I don't have to. It's my makeup, so I could do whatever I want with it. So I want to let my nose appear narrower. I'm going down the tip. And then my widow's peak there. And then my chin. You guys are getting a little extra tonight. All right, you guys see that? Now you see it. Now you see it. Soon you're not going to see it anymore. The other thing that I personally do, and this is totally up to you, I'll use my contouring stick. Mary Kay, let me tell you, don't ask me for any of this because I'm not selling it. I'm joking. But anyway, they do have a contouring powder, but the contouring stick, I like it because you can literally, you can use it to contour your face, and it's just literally, it makes it so, look how much easier it makes it. It makes it so much easier. If you want to get that chiseled look, then I would recommend doing that. If you just want to do a quick in and out, you don't have to worry about that. You can just focus on, doing the highlighting, not the contouring. I think you want to do both though. Really gives you a different look. So now I'm going to use my wet, and this is wet. And it's not so wet to where water squeeze out, but it feels damp. I'm going to go under my eye where I put the concealer, and I'm going to blend. And you probably heard about baking. Well, we're not going to have time to bake, but that's one thing you can do. You can just apply that, and then you can let that sit for a bit and bake, right? And the same thing with here, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I apply my translucent powder. Ladies, you might say, you know what, I don't spend that much time and do my makeup. That is perfectly up to you. If you want that long-lasting look, I would recommend doing that. I would recommend taking the time to do your makeup. If you're going to like a wedding, or say you're doing like a fashion show, I do spend time and I do the makeup for my ladies. This is a translucent powder. I did dust some in the cover, and I'm just gonna go under my eye and just let that sit for a little bit. And while that is sitting, then I can go ahead and blend out the rest, right? So I'm using my sponge again. I'm gonna go right here, right into my forehead. If you're not that skilled with the bigger sponge, I remember Mary Kay came out with some smaller sponges. You can use that to help blend your face, especially up here where it's like, require you to be a little bit more precise. I go to my widow's peak, and then I do my chin, and I'm blending that in. Hold on. Sorry, you guys. I hear my kids carrying on. That's the beauty. You can work your business from home. But even if the kids are carrying on, then you can do your thing, right? Still. All right. So you see, it's still not blended because I'm letting that sit for a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. When you're doing this, you want to make sure you give yourself time for that blending to take place. So this is the translucent powder that I used, and I did do it on my chin. Thank you, Beth. The other thing that I love is the blending brush. So I'm not done yet. That is what I use to blend my contouring stick or contouring powder. So literally, I blend and I go upward, right? Because you want to get that chiseled look. You keep going until it disappears. Now, the color that I'm using is the Sculpt 2, but Mary Kay also still has the contouring powder. So you can talk with your consultant. So remember under here, chiseling out. I could have also done the contouring stick here. I did put it under here as well. And I'm gonna use my blending brush to continue blending out. And then my forehead. Any questions, ladies? Ladies. So this does take time. You got to give yourself time to do this. If you don't have time, I'm not going to say do it, right? You got to have time to do this. So if it means that you want that look and you want to wake up a little earlier, then it's totally up to you. So I didn't blend this out completely because I wanted it to sit there. So now I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to go underneath and blend. There's some people that will use the flat sponges. That is up to you to do that. Okay. All right. What do you guys think so far? Not bad, right? And okay, what did I do? Hold on one second. Let me grab my, I use another brush from my powder for this one. So let me grab that really quick. Hold on, ladies. Okay, here we go. So this is, I had a lady that asked me if she can use the liquid foundation brush as her powder brush. No, I don't agree with that. Thank you, Nola. So this is my powder, my press powder, not my press powder. I keep saying that, my setting powder. I have to get used to the name because Mary Kay just released this. And what you want to do, you dust off in the cover, and that is where you take it from. So where am I going to use this? Anywhere I did not put my concealer, that is where I'm going to use it. So I could use it here, right here. I can use it here. Uh-oh, I forgot to blend in this area. See? You guys can do it too. If I'm making errors here, yeah, I forgot to blend in this part. You don't want it to look sharp. You want it to look nicely blended. And enough powder will be on the brush to where you can use that to blend in. And then I'll go up here anywhere where there's a gap where I know I didn't put my powder and my like my highlighter, I can go ahead and put that powder there.
Tanisha, what color is the silk setting powder that you're using?
I'm using a light bronze.
Light bronze, okay.
Mm-hmm. So there are many different colors of the silky setting powder. You got to see which one works for you. I would talk with your consultant because there is a color for everybody. I usually also finish up with my finishing spray. So I do a T and an X. Once you put this, even though I sprayed my brush with it, I love it because I like the fact that you give it layers. And at the end of the day, I promise you, your makeup will stay put. You guys saw the full transformation. Now, once we do that, I'm gonna let it dry just a little bit, quick, because we wanna respect your time. I'm gonna apply some blush, and you can apply blushes different ways. Some people like the circular, go upward. Some people just focus on that and dab. I mean, it's up to you. I actually like these colors. So if you don't have a blush, go out and get one. I combine the two sometimes. So smile, circular, and upward. Make those cheeks pop. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. This has nothing. I'm gonna do the same thing. Circular. And then I go upward. Circular and upward. Okay, see the difference there, you guys? And again, once I put everything on, then I will finish with my finishing spray. The other thing that I do use is definitely you want to line your eyes. So my favorite, I love using the gel eyeliner. It's one of my favorites. So you can tell it's been used. The reason I like it is because it goes on cream-based and it comes with a brush, an applicator. And it's smudge-proof, so it doesn't smudge. And what I do, I just dip a little bit, and any excess, you can wipe it off on the edge of the jar. Cover that up, and I would get as close, now I need both of my hands. I'm gonna get as close to the waterline as possible, you guys. Can you guys see? All right, so while I'm doing it, maybe you can see from here. So I get as close to the waterline as possible. I get as close to the waterline. And the brush has a nice soft tip. And this lasts me a good while. So after a couple months, I mean, if you use it often enough, you just replace it. Alrighty. So I can go, so you see, look at the difference. Look at the difference with the liner. If you like using the liquid eyeliner, that is up to you. We do have a liquid one. We have a waterproof one. We have the pencil, if you like the pencil. The pencil, you don't need a sharpener. It comes with its own sharpener on top. Same thing here, get close to the waterline. Mamas, you're gonna be looking fly this Mother's Day. All right, you'll see you're bringing sexy back. All right, so that's my liner. Again, you can even, some of the things you can do, you could take that same smudger brush and you can smudge under the eye. Kind of gives you like that nice smoky appearance, that subtle, sultry look. And then last but not least, I mean, I could have, I'm not going to show you guys that tonight, but if you're going to apply lipstick, which we will do that part, but the satin mask, the lip mask, or the scrub, that gets rid of dead skin. So you're not putting lipstick on dead skin. And what I'm going to do, my color tonight, I'm using one of my favorites, the Berry Lip Liner, one of my popular ones. And I'm going to go in. Now, guess what you could do? You could have used the lipstick to line your lips. You can use one color lipstick to line and another color to fill it in. Those are all options. Now, look at me. So if I wanted to, I could have come in more with that same lip color. So I could have come in more, and also that allows your lipstick to stay on longer. One of my favorite lip colors is Berry Famous. So if you want to be Berry Famous for Mother's Day, you can be. And again, you apply, you want longer staying power, you can blot a couple times. Sorry, guys. And then you apply. Kind of matches my shirt, doesn't it? So what do you guys think? So we'll do a quick review, and you guys, please go on, like my channel, watch. If you ever want to go back and say, oh my God, you kind of went too fast, Kenisha, you can absolutely go back and review as well. I know, super mom, right? So quick review. I did wash with my cleanser, and I did use the day cream before I came on here. I did use my micellar water, and I cleaned my eyes. I took off my makeup. I wanted to get a fresh face. I did these two. Thank you, Rose. So I did do that. And of course, as you guys know, we did prime. I did my eyebrows. I'm not going to show you all of that stuff, but I did do the eyebrows. I did my primer as well as my concealer. And of course, mascara with the mascara primer, lash primer, which I don't think Mary Kay carries this anymore, or they're out of stock. But if you don't have it, talk to your consultant. She probably has it in stock because it's one of the most amazing items. I also use my 3D foundation, which the 3D foundation protects me from blue light. So if you don't have any of this, talk to your consultant about matching you. We did use our translucent powder, the bomb diggity. I hope Mary Kay keeps this in stock forever. And then we did do I keep forgetting the name, the silky setting powder. I'm sorry, because they just came out with this. So I do use the silky setting powder. And then of course, I finished off with my finishing spray, because at the end of the day, I want to still look like I got my makeup on. So moms, take time out, beautify yourself. Even if it's one day out of the month that you take time and you say, you know what, I'm going to get up and do my makeup and take pictures, you know, do different poses. That's what I would recommend. Any questions about what we shared tonight? or any comments, anything that you saw me use that, thank you, Chillian, that you saw me use that you definitely want to do for yourself, please let me know in the chat. The mattifier, I remember I showed you that oil mattifier, the bomb. One of the best if you want to control oil. It is amazing. Oh, Chillian says she'll practice her V-shaped. All right, any questions? No questions? You have the floor.
Keisha, I like it's the first time I've been watching you putting on the makeup, on your eyes especially. And now I see how you have that beautiful look on your eyes and, because of how you shape it. So I think I'm going to find some time to really practice doing that.
Yes.
So when I have my clients, they can see it and they can say, wow, that looks beautiful. Where can I get those colors? So
absolutely.
That's one, yeah.
It's a great way, Nola, and I know you have a crazy schedule like myself. That was one of the ways I grew my business. That was how I was able to expand and grow my business. And you know what? This is not, tonight I am doing glamour because Mary Kay always say you don't need makeup to look beautiful, but what if you can use this to enhance somebody, to make them feel better, to help them build their confidence? That is one way that I've been able to attract others, is by using the makeup, putting on the makeup. And so that's another way that you can, I call it my makeup ministry, that you can get to meet others. So I'm so glad you guys were able to hop on. And just a quick note for those of you guys who is maybe considering or thinking about joining Mary Kay, I would definitely recommend giving it a try. It's only $30 where you can get your own makeup at half off. I mean, that was why I did it. Not because I wanted the money, but because I heard that I could get my own makeup at half off. And so it made sense. Why would I buy from a CEO or when I can be my own CEO? And so that's why I did what I did. I signed up. Mine was 100. Now they have it for 30. And we don't know. I think that's gonna be ending soon. So you want to definitely take advantage of that. The rings that you see, diamond ring, and this is real diamond. So this is from Mary Kay. This is a earring that they sent me. This bracelet. This was one of the ones that I earned. And this was one of our director rings. I'm trying to see, am I wearing anything else? So if you like the jewelry, the trips, been on so many events all over the US. We were able to travel, take my newborn with me. If you want the free car, we earned our free car during a pandemic. We debuted during a pandemic. Gave myself a 300% raise during a pandemic. And guess what? Mary Kay is still strong. It's still one of the top companies for women. And there's more women that make six-figure income in Mary Kay than any other company in the world. So if you're thinking of starting a Mary Kay business, now is the perfect time to start, especially with Mother's Day coming up. You could definitely bless some moms with Mary Kay and with the Mary Kay opportunity. So that's what I would offer. And I think some of the guests may have hopped off, but if they were on, just make sure you get in touch with them and let them know that you're going to give them a free gift. Have them try the instant. Where is that? Oh, I put it over there. The instant eye puffy reducer. Oh my goodness. This is going to be amazing for when we're doing shows and some are weddings and they have puffy eyes. You can have them put it on and see the difference right away. So I'm super excited about that. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining on this Thursday evening of Making Mom Up, right? Giving mom a little time. I didn't do any highlight today, but that's okay. We'll leave that for another day. Have a great evening and dream big. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Penny.
Thank you for joining. You're welcome, Jillian.
Beautiful.
You're welcome. Good.
Thank you. Thanks, Jillian. Take care.
Beautiful.